Hello everybody and welcome to another Mystery Box Function Challenge. In this purple mystery box there is some math and your challenge is to figure out what it is. It's Friday, so this math is particularly challenging. You can try this out, use the link in the description, and if you think you've got an idea, come on back and see if we get the same thing. All right, let's begin. I'm going to start with a 0. 0 gives us 0. How about a 1? So 1 is giving us a non-repeating decimal. So right away I'm thinking either a square root function or trig, maybe. Let's put in a 2. 2 gives us almost 3. Let's put in a 3. Yeah, it has that shape, kind of a square root function. A little funky. Let's try 4. This does look like a square root function. How about 5? Oh, that does not look like a square root function. So now we're going up again. It looks like we kind of leveled off, and now we're going up. Is this some weird cubic? The numbers don't really make me think that. Let's try a 6. Now it's going way up again. Let's see what happens on the left. Let's do a -1 and a -2 and a -3. This is not looking like a cubic. In fact, it does look, I mean, if you sort of tilted the screen, this would look like a trigonometric function. In fact, it would kind of look like the sine function to me. And the reason I say that is we're at 0 at 0, and then if you're tilting the screen, it goes up and then it goes down, and it seems to repeat that pattern on the left as well. But that's pretty weird to see a tilted sine function. The numbers do make me think trig, though. What if we put in an approximation for pi? So 3.14. What do we get? Oh, that's really interesting. I think that's actually a really big clue. Huh. And I'm going to put in an approximation for pi over 2 as well. Aha. How interesting. So, let me draw out our unit circle here. And, when we put in an angle here, we're looking at the coordinates. So here we're at the coordinate 1, 0 when the angle is 0, and sine is the y-coordinate. So that's what I'm looking at here, because we put in a 0 for an angle and we get out a 0. And then at pi, the sine should be 0 again. This is the point -1, 0. And what we got is really interesting. We put in 3.14, we get out basically 3.14. So if this is the sine, it should have been 0, but I don't know, maybe they're adding 3.14? Although that doesn't make sense, right? Because up here at pi over 2, the sine should be, this should be the point 0.01. So the sine should be 1. And at pi over 2, we're at 2.5, basically. Oh, look at that. So I expected 1, but we got 2.5. When I put in 1.5, I expected 0, but I got 3.14 when I put in 3.14. So it looks like we're actually adding the value we've put in on top of the sine. So my hunch is that this is the sine of x, has that sine shape going on here, but then you're adding x to it. So let's think about that with maybe a negative approximation value. So let's put in negative 1.5. So 3 pi over 2 or negative pi over 2. Yeah, so that's down here where the sine, the y value should be -1. So this is the point 0, comma -1. And we take that -1 value and then we add what we've put into it, the -1.5, and we get -2.5. So I think you could test this with some of these other points, but I'm pretty sure we've got it. What a curious thing. So if you add x to a sine function, you kind of tilt it, Well, let's see if that's right. Let's reveal this. Yep, there it is. The sine of x plus x. How interesting. And let's graph that. What a strange looking graph that is. Big wavy hillside climbing up the graph from left to right. Well, how did that go? Were you in the trig ballpark? If you were, give yourself a pat on the back. Let me know how it went. Thanks, everybody.